Professional athletes are among the highest paid individuals on the planet, some of them making millions just to ride the bench. That's more than a lawyer and a doctor combined. It's no surprise that being on one of the best teams in sports makes you a lot of money. But what may be surprising is just how much money they make in endorsement deals, like Tiger Woods, who at one point was reportedly making as much as $35 million a year from Nike alone, or LeBron James, who was endorsed by business tycoons like McDonald's and Coca-Cola. While we know how these athletes make their money, the top question on everyone's mind is who makes the most? Who is the highest paid athlete in professional sports right now? Today on Top Trending, we take a look at exactly that. Holding the world's second most Formula One Grand Prix wins, Lewis Hamilton is the 10th highest paid athlete in the world currently. Hamilton signed a 3-year contract extension in 2016 that is likely to pay out over $120 million by the end of his contract. He currently makes $38 million in salary and receives $8 million a year in endorsement deals from companies like Monster Energy and Puma. He is widely considered the best Formula One driver of this generation, who has adopted an aggressive driving style not unlike NASCAR's Kyle Busch. Lewis Hamilton also holds numerous records in Formula One, such as most Grand Slams in a season, most pole positions, most career points, and around a dozen more accolades to his name. Some fans have asked how Lewis Hamilton spends his well-deserved salary. Well, in 2013, Hamilton bought a blood-red Bombardier jet. It cost roughly $23 million or 20 million euros. There was actually some amount of controversy over his purchase of the jet, as it was claimed he avoided millions of dollars more thanks to an Isle of Man scheme. Looks like Lewis Hamilton is in the race to first place even without being behind the wheel. The starting guard for the NBA team, the Houston Rockets, James Harden, is the 9th highest paid athlete on today's list. He was nicknamed the Beard and referred to as such in many news reports and ESPN interviews. In the summer of 2016, James the Beard Harden received a boost in his income when the Rockets renegotiated the remaining 2 years on his contract to 4 years and gave him a total amount closer to $118 million. It added around $10 million to his salary, which is currently a little over $26 million a year. But that's not the only way the guard makes his money. He signed into a 13-year deal back in 2005 with Adidas that will pay out closer to $200 million by the end of the contract. In endorsements alone, James Harden makes about $20 million a year. Other partners include Beats, Foot Locker, Body Armor, NBA 2K, and a half dozen more. With no longer having the burden of the Kardashians on his back, James Harden spends big money at strip clubs in Houston. At one strip club in particular, they have his jersey on display to honor the Beard and the amount of money he spends at the strip club. It's no surprise that this single and very rich athlete spends his time having a bit of fun with the ladies. The point guard for the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry, is almost the opposite of James Harden, not just personally, but financially as well. Not only is Stephen Curry a married man who lives in Alamo, California, but he only makes a little over $12 million a year. How does Stephen Curry make more money than James Harden with a salary that low in comparison? Endorsements. In the last few years, Stephen Curry has become more marketing material than anything. His current annual income from endorsements is $35 million a year. JP Morgan Chase, Brita, Vivo, Press Play, and Under Armour all sign marketing contracts with Curry. Not only that, but even Curry's jersey has been the best-selling NBA jersey for the last several years. His humility on and off the court has won the hearts of his fans and supporters. Mr. Curry has charmed and dribbled his way to the number 8 spot on today's list. Rory McIlroy was born in Northern Ireland in 1989 and was apparently hitting 4-yard drives by the age of 2. In 2007, he went pro and became the youngest player to rank among the world's top 50 golfers. In 2011, he won his first major at the US Open and broke records that were held by Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. By 2017, Rory McIlroy became one of the highest paid athletes in the world. Earning a salary of $16 million a year doesn't quite put him at the top of the list, but earning $34 million a year in endorsements puts him in the running. In 2017, he settled a long-term deal with TaylorMade and other endorsement partners including Omega and Upper Deck. McIlroy also replaced Tiger Woods as the face of EA's golf video game back in 2015. The 29-year-old professional golfer currently lives in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida with his wife and continues to grow his career. Hopefully next year he will earn himself more bonuses and take a swing at overcoming Andrew Luck, whom not only is McIlroy tied with in yearly salary, but he's also the next person on our list. Andrew Luck tied Rory McIlroy for yearly salary when you combine endorsements and salary, but the American football player receives $47 million in salary, but only earns around $3 million a year in endorsements with DirecTV, Panini, and Body Armor. When Andrew Luck signed his $123 million deal with the Colts in 2016, he also received a signing bonus of $32 million. Not a bad way to make a quick buck while also guaranteeing millions more per year. He's considered the highest paid player in NFL history. After signing his new contract with the Colts, Andrew Andrew Luck went to Instagram to show off his new purchase, a flip phone. Despite being able to purchase any top-of-the-line smartphone, Luck likes to keep it simple with just plain calling and texting. Kevin Durant surprised fans everywhere when he left the Oklahoma City Thunder NBA team to sign a new contract with the Golden State Warriors at the beginning of the 2016-17 season. In several interviews, Durant remained positive about this change, stating that it would open more opportunities as a businessman playing for the Golden State Warriors, who are offering him a salary of almost $27 million. Kevin Durant is also earning $34 million a year in endorsements alone. Partners included are Nike, Beats, American Family Insurance, NBA 2K, and several others. Despite his large income, Durant continues to expand his resources and started investing in companies such as Postmates, which is a delivering service where the employees ride bikes for their deliveries. It seriously shocked fans watching Kevin Durant riding on a bicycle throughout New York. Perhaps it's the businessman inside the athlete that made Kevin Durant one of today's highest-paid athletes. Tennis player Roger Federer makes only $6 million a year salary, but still managed to make it to 4th place on our list today by being one of the most heavily endorsed players in sports. In 2016, he suffered from a knee injury and was out of commission until 2017. When Federer came back, he brought his determination against his longtime rival Rafael Nadal at the Australian Open. It was his 18th Grand Slam title and his first one since 2012. He also beat the record for oldest player to win a Grand Slam at the age of 35. In his entire career, it is estimated that Roger Federer has won $104 million total in prize money, but that's nothing compared to the $58 million a year he earns in endorsements. A lot of his endorsement deals have extended past 10 years. Some of his partners are Nike, Wilson, Mercedes, Rolex, and even NetJets. With more money than he can spend, Roger Federer also puts a lot of money and time into raising money for charities. His foundation, Roger Federer Foundation, has donated over $30 million to educational programs in Africa. Making a total of $80 million a year, Lionel Messi made his way to the 3rd highest paid athlete in the world. Currently due for an extension with Barcelona, Messi has proved since the beginning of his career that he would be successful. Despite battling medical issues that made him prone to injuries, Lionel Messi still managed to make it to the top. He holds record titles and has surely earned himself the $53 million per year from his contract. Adidas managed to sign him into a lifelong deal that is responsible for half of the $27 million that he earns annually. His endorsement earnings used to be higher until his contract with the gaming giant EA Sports concluded, and he decided to not sign further contracts with them. Although his professional life is plastered over every sports news outlet, his personal life remains somewhat private, except for the occasional private jet flights, or driving around in a Maserati Gran Turismo MC Stradale with his wife. LeBron the King James is widely famous, his fame extending beyond his sport. People who know nothing about basketball know the name LeBron James. The NBA's 4-time MVP returned to Cleveland in 2014 and soon afterward won the championship and signed another 3-year contract with the Cavaliers. It was the first time Cleveland had seen a major sports crown in 52 years. His $31 million salary in 2016 and 2017 made him only the 3rd NBA player to meet the $30 million mark behind Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. His endorsements equal out to $55 million a year, with contracts signed with Verizon, Kia Motors, Beats by Dre, and Nike. His contract with Nike is said to be a lifetime contract and will allegedly net him around $1 billion. James also owns a production company with his business manager Maverick Carter. The pair are also part of an investment group in Blaze Pizza, with 17 franchises in Chicago and South Florida. The thought that LeBron James may actually be a better player than Michael Jordan buzzes around, as he just finished playing in the NBA Finals. Even if he isn't, behind the 2nd highest paid athlete in the world is definitely an accomplishment. It's no wonder that the world's most popular athlete is also the world's highest paid athlete. Cristiano Ronaldo was named FIFA's best player in the world for a 4th time. He secured a contract with Real Madrid that will pay around $58 million a year for the next 4 years through his 36th birthday. Like LeBron James, Ronaldo has inked a lifelong deal with Nike that will pay upwards to $1 billion in total. Portugal honored Ronaldo by renaming an international airport after him after he led the country to a UEFA Euro title. In endorsements, Ronaldo earns around $35 million a year. His line of CR7 branded products continues to grow and now includes shoes, underwear, fragrances, jeans, and a line of hotels. Cristiano Ronaldo has a love for cars and uses his money to explore that hobby. He has a Lamborghini Aventador, Maserati, Bentley, Porsche, and several more. In 2009, Cristiano actually wrecked his Ferrari in Manchester where he used to play. But hey, if you're making $93 million a year, then you can afford to not just buy fancy cars but wreck them too. Thanks for watching.